Do it.
Hi, this is Candace with MF Magazine, and I'm here with Josh Schroeder. Hi, Josh.
Hello.
So, how do you think that the music industry has changed with the involvement of the internet?
I think it's a completely new game now. I think it's a completely new music industry. I always say the music industry is now on the internet, and it's the truth. I mean, I've worked in the business myself, and yeah, it's exciting to see where it's going. I think most of us don't know where it's going, so
Do you think that it's easier to make a name for yourself now than maybe it was 20 years ago before the internet was really a big influence?
yes and no. I think it's easier from the standpoint you can get your stuff out there any second of the day. You write a tune, you record it, put it on the internet, and it's out there. But it's also a lot more competitive, than it ever was. So
What can we expect from your latest album?
my latest album is sort of a weird mix of everything that I'm into. It's sort of I guess you could say I'm really trying to be like an Elliott Smith, Jeff Buckley with the Beatles and the Beach Boys, and I'm just trying to do something that I love, and I hope people love it as well. So we'll see.
So, would you say those are your biggest music influences?
I would say definitely, yeah. I've sort of just honed in on those four artists, and yeah, that's what I love. So
So you write in your blog, The Terrible Fake, that you're really searching for the really, really good stuff and the substance out there. So can you define for us, in your words, what the substance is that you're looking for?
that's why I started the Terrible Fake, because I'm looking for the substance, So I'm really hoping that people will get involved and come to the blog and tell me what they're into, so I can, kind of figure that out and just find what I like and find out what other people like. I think the four artists that I named, to me, that's what substance is. But yeah, I mean, film, TV, anything that's good. So
So the really, really good stuff.
the really good stuff, yeah. It's loosely defined. Still trying to figure that out, but
So you're wanting your blog to be more like a community effort?
I would love for it to become some kind of a community effort. I see so many people blogging these days. I just started the thing a couple months ago, and in fact, the last 3 weeks I've been too busy to even check it out. But hoping to get it rolling at some point. So
And I think you just started the video blogging as well. How's that going for you?
that's a rough process because I've never done any video before. But with time, I think I'll get better at it. And I've got a bunch of video footage that I haven't even started editing yet, and so that'll give me something to do when I get back to Salem.
So you've studied music in the Pacific Northwest, in LA, and even abroad in London. How have those experiences varied from each place as far as the music and what you're taking in from it?
Sure. Well, Seattle, LA, and London are three very different cities, and I love them all in different ways. I think that they've all had a profound impact on my songwriting sensibility, myself as an artist, and as well as a human. So I've been lucky to travel and get different perspectives, and I think it informs the music. So
And having these experiences, what would you say that you've learned most about yourself over the process of traveling and studying?
I think just to be open to as many different viewpoints, as many different styles, as many different people as you possibly can, and again, it informs the music for me. And I consider myself, it's kind of cliche, but a citizen of the world. I've been around, I've got to meet some amazing people, and had some amazing experiences, and I'm lucky for that.
So you self-produced your first album. What was that like? What were the challenges, and would you do it again?
That's a really great question. The process of making my own record was a very difficult process. I mean, there were moments where, in that year and a half that I took to make my first solo album, there were days when I just didn't even feel like getting out of bed because I was so absorbed in the process of it. It was hard to do it on my own. I was basically taking gear to different friends' houses, and I was able to get some amazing musicians to play on it, really good friends of mine. that basically gave me the bro deal. You know, I didn't have to pay him much, and I came out with something that I really loved. You know, and would I do it again? Not in that way, because it took so long and it was such a drain on me emotionally. But I think that also has turned it into something unique for me. Would I do it that way? No. But would I like to produce my own record again? Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So maybe the next time you go into it, you make sure that you have it a little more set up and all the resources right there?
Yeah, I definitely learned the process, and I'm a much faster engineer and producer now. And yeah, I mean, when I go into something now, I'm very, very prepared.
So with your album that's coming out, are there going to be vast differences that you can tell between the producing of the first album and the second album?
I would say yes, there are. Simply because I'm recording in a professional studio at Wavelength in Salem with Jason Carter, and he's a brilliant producer and a good friend of mine. I'm also doing some of this recording at home. I call my studio the Werewolf Cave. So I've done a little bit at home, and then I'm taking some of it to Jason to, hey, can we put drums? Can we add more to this? And so that's been a really cool process too, you know, because it gets me involved on the production side as well. Which is something I really enjoy. So.
And then besides what you're doing now, are there any other projects that you're working on?
There are. I just started a couple days ago, like actually over the weekend, I started this thing, and I've decided that I want to get into the film score arena. And the only way for me to do that is to attempt to write a film score, and I don't have a film that I'm working on. But I've done this thing where I've got 20 minutes of music and it all flows together. There's 6 movements, and I shouldn't even be talking about it right now because it's such in its infant stages, you know. But
so we've got the breaking news section right here.
Breaking news: the music world can breathe again. No, yeah. So I'm really excited about it. I've got actually my friend, a violinist, is coming in tonight to. I'm basically going to record her as a full-on orchestra tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Great. Well, it sounds like we have a lot of really amazing things to look forward from you.
I hope so.
Great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. And again, bye.